Okay, injury update. I don't know where we kind of finished up with you guys before break, but added to the out for spring is Chad Wheeler with a knee and Soma with a knee as well. And Xavier Grimble is still not back from ribs. Marquise Lee, after more testing on his knee, is not cleared to go right now. Anticipate him being cleared pretty soon. And Kevon Seymour is still not back. Got a couple other guys back today, and then no one came out today. That's a big deal. Just small things. J.R. Tavine, Darius Rogers, and Demetrius all should be back. So kind of injury update as far as practice. Very defensive dominated throughout the day, especially by the front seven in both units, but the first team front seven especially. So always good to see on one side and not good on the other side.
How did Wittick look?
Not 100%. You could see, he's struggling a little bit with it, even just in one-on-ones. But it's nothing that's going to be long-term. It'll get better every day.
Mm-hmm. It's a small sample size. What are your thoughts on the 7 roles you guys have here?
Well, it's been great for us. It's really, brought a lot to our roster, which is already a low number roster. So you had 7 guys like that at significant positions. It has been really good. We've seen a lot of plays where it's a quarterback throwing to a receiver for a touchdown, or handing to a running back for a big play, and to see that every time you see it, you kind of think, well, those guys still should be in high school, and not are they already here, but they're making plays, and some of them doing it with the first unit, and then to have Sua back after missing a little bit of time, is really good too. So I'd be shocked if there's a better mid-year class enrolled somewhere playing such a significant role in spring practice.
Talk about the offensive line shuffle. Looks like you're giving Marcus Martin a shot at center.
Yeah, Marcus, we kind of experimented with it in week 2, and Marcus really looked really good in there. And so we've really flopped those guys back, moved Max to guard, and kept everybody else the same, and moved Marcus into center. And we're going to kind of head that direction this week and see what it looks like.
That's not a settled position yet, though.
No, nothing's settled right now in spring, but Marcus did really well in there, and and Max was doing well in there, and so now we put them both at guard, and hopefully they both can play both.
You talked about that at the Coliseum.
Does it help to play musical chairs at all on the line for guys that other positions?
Well, I think it does because of the learning. We're in spring, and so guys can understand more. A guy like Max now will have played all 3 spots, and then when we eventually get his permanent spot, whatever that is, going into the fall, he'll have that much more of an understanding of the whole offensive line play by playing the other spots. You wouldn't like to be doing this late in fall camp, though.
You talked about it at the Coliseum. Maybe Marcus may be there. What did you see during this break on film that kind of popped?
Well, we saw him have a really good Thursday and Saturday, and after going back on the film and seeing, almost surprising how comfortable he was in there. Usually there's a transition process, and his was not very long. It looks like he's been doing it for a long time, so very pleased with that, and so that's why we made the move.
Is it his spot to lose?
It's not like we're just trying to find the best 5 guys and put them in the best 5 spots, and I doubt this is the last movement that you'll see.
What's your assessment of Andre Walker at this point?
Yeah, I think Andre has improved. Andre, last year didn't have a very good year, didn't finish very well, and I think that, as we've looked at, not counting today because we haven't gone back to the film, but the 6 practices before, we've seen some improvement with him in technique and in confidence level as well.
Would you consider moving him to guard and moving Turk to that tackle spot?
Yeah, we've thought about that, and almost, definitely was in our conversations. But the fact that we've seen this much improvement through 6 practices only, and 4 padded practice in Andre, that we're not ready to make that move, but we had thought about it.
Max Brown today?
Continues to have really good deep ball accuracy. Seems like every practice he's making, like he did today to George. There's a 50-yard plus pass play downfield that really has just dropped him in there right in stride. It seems like there's been 1 or 2 every practice, so he's doing great.
Was there MVP today?
There was. Lamar Dawson really just had another great day, and he played with the 1s and 2s, both sometimes back-to-back series, and probably would be the most improved player through 7 practices from last season. He's doing really well in the new system. Yes, Lamar.
Did you like the energy as far as coming off the break? Did you like the energy?
Yeah, I think that we got it out of him yesterday, at 6 and 7 a.m. workouts and some runs. That they didn't have much energy then after spring break coming back for that. So we got that out of them then, and they were much better today.
Did everyone get through spring break without incident?
Yeah, that we know of so far. We committed them on that we know of. We committed them today on that. So that's obviously always a concern. Spring break all around the country, there's mistakes being made, and so it looks like we were good.